Hello, and welcome to Smart English Podcast. I'm Mia.
And I'm Alex. It's great to be back with all of you today.
It really is, Alex. Today, we have a super exciting and useful topic for our English learners, especially for those who are just starting out. Have you ever wanted to tell someone about your city, or maybe describe a place you really love? Well, today, we're going to help you do just that. We're talking about describing your city in English.
That's right, Mia. It's such a practical skill, whether you're traveling, meeting new people, or just talking about your home. Learning to talk about your city can open up so many conversations. So, Mia, let's start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your city? What's it like?
Of course. My city is quite a big city, actually. It's very busy with lots of tall buildings and many cars. But even though it's big, it also has some really quiet and beautiful parks. I love walking in the parks when I need a break from the busy streets. What about your city, Alex? Is it big or small?
My city is a bit smaller than yours, Mia, but it's still very active. It's on the coast, so it has beautiful beaches. Many people come here for holidays because of the sun and the sea. We don't have so many tall buildings, but we have a really old part of the city with narrow streets and colorful houses. It's very charming.
Oh, that sounds lovely. So when you think about your city, what's something special that someone can do or see there? Like, if I visited your city, what would you tell me to do first?
That's a great question. If you came to my city, Mia, I would tell you to visit the old town. You can walk around, see the old architecture, and find many small shops selling local crafts. After that, we could go to the beach and watch the sunset. It's very peaceful and beautiful. What about your city? What's a must-see for visitors?
Well, in my city, a lot of people like to visit the big museums. We have many famous art museums and history museums. They are huge, so you can spend a whole day there. And, of course, the food. My city has so many different restaurants from all over the world. You can eat almost anything you want here. It's a very diverse city in that way.
That sounds amazing. I love trying new foods. So, we've talked about big, small, busy, quiet, old, new, and beautiful. These are all great words to describe a city. What about the atmosphere, Mia? Does your city feel modern or traditional?
That's an interesting point. My city feels very modern, especially downtown. You see new technology everywhere and people are always busy. But it also has some traditional parts, like old markets and some neighborhoods with a lot of history. It's a mix, but mostly modern. How about your city? Does it feel very traditional?
I would say my city feels more relaxed and traditional. Life is a bit slower here compared to a big city. People often sit in cafes for a long time, talking and enjoying the weather. The architecture also reflects that traditional feeling, with old buildings and charming squares. It's not as fast-paced as a modern city.
I can imagine. So, for our listeners, it's really helpful to think about these simple words. Is it big or small? Is it busy or quiet? Is it old or new? What can you do there? You can go to the beach, visit a museum, eat local food, or walk in a park. These are all simple ways to start describing your city.
Exactly. And don't worry about perfect sentences. Just try to use the words you know. For example, my city is busy. It has a big park. Simple sentences are perfectly fine when you're starting.
That's a fantastic tip, Alex. And now, let's learn a few new useful words and phrases that can help you describe your city even better. Are you ready?
Absolutely. I love learning new words.
Okay, the first word is landmark. A landmark is a famous building or place that many people know. For example, the Eiffel Tower is a famous landmark in Paris. Or maybe your city has a big, unique bridge. That could be a landmark too. So, Alex, does your city have a famous landmark?
Yes, it does. We have an old lighthouse near the sea. It's very tall and many people know it. So, the lighthouse is a famous landmark in my city.
Perfect example. The second word is local. We often say local food or local people. Local means something from that specific place. For instance, I like to eat local food when I travel means I like to eat food that is typical or made in that city or country. Do you enjoy local food, Alex?
Oh, absolutely, Mia. Local food is the best. In my city, we have many delicious local seafood dishes because we are by the ocean. It's important to try local food to understand the culture.
I agree. Our third word is vibrant. Vibrant means full of energy and life. A city can be vibrant if there are always many people, music, and activities. My city, for example, is very vibrant at night, with lots of lights and people walking around. Is your city vibrant, Alex?
My city is vibrant, but in a different way. It's very vibrant during the day, especially on the beach and in the cafes. People are laughing, playing, and enjoying the sun. So yes, it's full of life.
That sounds wonderfully vibrant. And our last phrase for today is public transport. Public transport refers to buses, trains, subways, or trams that many people use to travel around a city. It's usually a good way to move if you don't have a car. In my city, public transport is excellent. You can go anywhere by bus or train. What about your city?
In my city, public transport is mostly buses. It's quite good for getting to the beach or the city center. Many people use the bus, especially during the summer. So, public transport is useful here.
Great examples, Alex. So, to recap, we learned landmark, a famous place, local, from this place, vibrant, full of life and energy, and public transport, buses, trains, etc. We hope these words help you describe your city with more confidence.
Absolutely. Remember, practice is key. Try to think about your own city and use these new words, or even the simple ones we discussed earlier, like big, small, and beautiful. The more you use them, the easier it will become.
That's right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Smart English podcast today. We hope you enjoyed our chat about cities.
Yes, thanks for listening. If you liked this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more English lessons, and leave a comment telling us something about your city. We'd love to hear from you.
We really would. See you next time, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.